You Can't Taste a Pickle with Your Ear by Harriet Ziefert and illustrated by Amanda Healy. Introduction. What are the senses? Senses tell people and animals about the world around them. They warn them of danger. You can use your sense of smell, sense of touch, hear, see, and taste. Your nose, skin, ears, eyes, and tongue are working all the time, even when you are not paying attention to them. When you go to bed, do you see shadows on the floor? Do you hear your bed creak? Do you taste toothpaste in your mouth? Do you smell soap on your hands? Do you feel covers over your toes? When you do these things, you use your senses. You smell, you touch, you hear, you see, you taste. Chapter 1. Hold your nose. If you hold your nose, you can't smell much. Try it. When you let go of your nose, what do you smell? If you smell food cooking, it might make you want to eat something. If you smell something bad, you might lose your appetite. Some smells, such as smoke from a fire, warn you of danger. Some are quite unpleasant, like the odor a skunk makes when it's scared. Deer have a very good sense of smell. They can sniff the wind to smell if dangerous animals are near. The next time you go out, use your sniffer. What can you get a whiff of? Dad drinks coffee, Mom drinks tea. Neither drink smells good to me. My nose tells me, and it doesn't lie, Grandma's baking an apple pie. When you're tired and think you're sweet, pull off your socks and smell your feet. In her lunchbox, Susie packs salami, pickles, and cheese snacks. Wind and waves, shells and sand, the salt air smells oh so grand. Strawberry bubbles in my tub, first I'll soak, and then I'll scrub. My nose knows when Spot walks by, if his fur is wet or dry. What can you smell? What can you guess from the smells in your house? If you follow your nose, can you tell what everyone is doing? What smells good to you? What smells icky? Does everything have a smell? Is there anything with no smell at all? Do you like the smell of flowers? Which ones? Have you ever smelled anything that warned you of danger? What was it? What's your favorite food smell? And what do you smell right now? Chapter 2. Please don't touch. Hot, cold, wet, dry, soft, or prickly. Nerve endings, or receptors, in your skin, especially your fingers and toes, are always giving your brain information about the world. Receptors tell you when someone presses hard or gently on your skin. They tell you when someone tickles the bottom of your feet, or if an ant is crawling up your leg. One of the things you learn as a toddler was not to touch hot things and not to touch sharp things. By the time you were 3 or 4, you knew pretty much what you could not touch, though even grown-ups make mistakes and touch things they wish they hadn't. What can you safely touch? Pat a kitty, feel her fur. If you're gentle, she may purr. Touch a toad, young or old. Hoppity hop, hard to hold. Worms are soft, beetles hard. Can you find some in your yard? Baby likes banana all mashed up, soft and mushy in her cup. What can you touch? What's the softest thing you've ever touched? The squishiest? The hardest? The bumpiest? The coolest? Have you ever touched anything that you will never touch again? Are you ticklish? Do you like being tickled? Touch something with your fingers. Then touch the same thing with your toes. Does it feel the same or different? What's the difference? Chapter 3. Cover your ears. Your ears pick up sounds from sound waves that travel through the air. You need your ears and brain to hear. You use your 2 ears to hear. Your ears hear sounds all the time, and you can usually tell where a sound comes from. Even if you cover your ears, some sounds get through. When you uncover them, you hear lots of different sounds. Horns are honking, beep, beep, bam. Cars are stuck in a traffic jam. Early in the morning, an alarm clock rings. A sleepyhead yawns, and a dad sings. What's that sound behind the door? I think it's Granny starting to snore. All day long on Maple Street, big dogs bark and small birds tweet. When you know the notes to sing, you can hum most anything. Say excuse me when you burp, when eating soup, please do not slurp. Thump, thump, mommy, come and see, a dinosaur is chasing me. What can you hear? What sounds does your body make? What sounds can you make with your body? With your hands, with your feet, with your tongue, with your lips, with your whole body. Do you ever get angry and pretend you can't hear people? How do you sound when you're happy, sad, tired, angry, silly? What sounds from the outside world are coming through your window right now? Chapter 4. Close your eyes. You have 2 eyes which work together to help you see what is near you and what is far away. Your eyelashes and your eyelids protect your eyes from harm. You need your eyes and brain to see. An animal that hunts usually has 2 eyes at the front of its head. Animals that are eaten by other animals often have eyes at the sides of their heads. Chameleons can move each eye separately. This helps them watch for danger. When you close your eyes, the world goes black. And when you open them, the colors come back. Red and blue make a purple cat. Red and yellow make an orange hat. Stand on your head, balance on your crown. Everything you see is upside down. With an X-ray picture, I can see all the bones inside of me. Reading a book about a pup, make sure to hold it right side up. A magnifying glass makes things bigger. Look what happens to a tiny chigger. Magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? What can you see? What kinds of things can you see through? What can't you see through? Have you ever worn a blindfold? What does it feel like? When you shut your eyes, what happens to your eyeballs? Are they still? Do they move? Can you see in the dark? How well? If you put something in water and look at it from the top, does it look bigger or smaller? If you put something behind a glass of water and you look through the glass, what happens? Chapter 5. Stick out your tongue. Your tongue has two important jobs. It helps you to shape words so you can talk. It also allows you to taste, swallow, and eat. There are groups of taste buds on different parts of the tongue: bitter, sour, salty, sweet. When you put something into your mouth, your tongue feels whether it's hard or soft or hot or cold. This means your tongue has both taste and touch receptors. Just as the senses of touch and taste are connected, so are taste and smell. If you stick out your tongue and hold your nose, it's hard to taste the difference between chocolate or vanilla ice cream. But if you hold your nose and try and taste something sour, like lemon, or salty, like pretzels, you may still be able to recognize them. Lemons are sour, honey is sweet. Which do you prefer to eat? Oatmeal custard, thick, thick, thick. Lollipops, ice creams, lick, lick, lick. Pizza is spicy, milk is not. Milk is cold, pizza's hot. Because he really likes the taste, Will brushes his tooth with tomato paste. This nasty medicine makes me frown. I'll hold my nose and swallow it down. Pigs are eating all that slop. If I tried it, I'd throw up. How do you do it, Mr. Raccoon? Eatin' garbage by the light of the moon. What can you taste? What's the saltiest thing you know? The sourest, the sweetest, the most bitter. Make a list of the spices in your kitchen. Do you know how they all taste? Taste: apple, onion, potato chip, banana, peanut butter. Now hold your nose and taste them again. What's the difference? What's your favorite food? What's your least favorite? Is there anything that you refused to taste? Why? Have you ever tasted anything you were sorry about? What was it? And what happened? Conclusion: all your senses? The senses of many animals are better than your senses. A dog can smell things that you cannot smell. A bat can hear things that you cannot hear. An owl can see better in the dark. But our brains are able to use the information from our senses differently from animals. When you wake up in the morning and throw off the covers, which senses are you using? You see, you hear, you taste, you smell, you touch. Our senses are important to us. We are lucky to be able to use them all the time. The end.